Hey, look, I found a very famous sheep hanging out here in the garden at the Puppet Hideaway. Yes, this is Lamb Chop that is made by Aurora, and this is your puppet of the day. This is the sock puppet that Sherry Lewis made famous starting in 1957 on the Captain Kangaroo show, and then as the featured character in the Sherry Lewis show. And she really showed the world that puppetry is so amazing, and that you can take a sock and create a sock puppet that is such a wonderful character that can entertain all ages, and truly incredible. And very, very nice job that was done on this puppet. They really got all the details of the character. It's very cute to perform, and great job. I love this puppet. Please keep watching to see more fun puppets like this right here at the Puppet Hideaway. For our Puppet of the Day series, we're here in the garden at the Puppet Hideaway, and I'm here with a very dear old friend. This was a sheep puppet that was from one of the early musicals that I did that had a whole cast of sheep puppets. So I went to work creating these puppets, sewing and putting them together, and I'm excited to show them to you now. This is the first one, and I want you to note the color of the puppet, and then also I had slight little costume changes for each of them. This is Mike the musician, so that's why he's got the fun hat and cool glasses, and yeah, hopefully he's a hip, groovy musician. And I've got more to share, so please keep watching the Puppet Hideaway. For our Puppet of the Day series, we are looking at some of the sheep puppets that I made for a musical in the early years. And we've already met Mike, the musician, and today we have Conrad the cowboy. He's a hand and rod puppet, and you'll see that I tried to mix up these characters a little bit by having different colors of fabric for their faces, and he has nice little felt eyes, and I thought he has kind of a fun little expression that goes with his outfit. And I also tried to make sure that the costumes for these characters were very simple and light, because I was concerned about the weight of the puppet characters with some of the young and beginning puppeteers that were part of the cast. So please keep watching to see more of these original puppets here at the Puppet Hideaway. Okay, so today we have another one of the sheep puppets that I made myself for one of my early puppet musicals. And this sheep is your puppet of the day, and she is named Barbara. Okay, I couldn't sheep away from that one, right? Okay, so she is a fun little female character, and so that is why she's got her little scarf and her lashes, and you can see that I've given her some plastic eyes instead of the felt ones that I used for that character, and I think she's a lot of fun. So are all the rest of these guys. So please keep watching the Puppet Hideaway, because I have more of these sheep to show you. Hey, look at all the sheep puppets we have here in the garden at the Puppet Hideaway. Today, for our Puppet of the Day, we have another one of these original sheep puppets that I made for an early musical back in the day, and this is Skippy. Hey, say hello, Skippy. All right. And I thought this character was given a lot of fun energy and spirit when I added these fun little spectacles, little glasses, and of course the bright rainbow shirt just really made this character start to come alive. And that's why it's interesting how just a couple small costume pieces can really make a character. Please keep watching to see more of the sheep puppets that I made here at the Puppet Hideaway. I'm here in the garden with a bunch of sheep puppets that I made back in the early days for a musical that I was producing. And you can see that I tried to vary the different characters with different colors of fabric and also little costume accessories, so that we could have Conrad the cowboy and Mike the musician and Barbara and Skippy up here, and then Spiffy! Spiffy is a hand and rod puppet, and his little costume accessory is a bow tie, which makes him Spiffy! That's right! And he's just one of many of the sheep puppets that I made for this musical, and that you can see right here at the Puppet Hideaway. We have more coming up next, so keep watching. We are looking at all of the many different sheep puppets here in the garden at the Puppet Hideaway as part of our Puppet of the Day series. And today we have Swifty! Haha! He is another one of the many characters that I made for one of my early musical productions. And again, I tried using different colors of felt for the eyes and different little costume pieces like his little shirt to make each of the characters different and memorable. And let's see if they are memorable. Can you remember their names? We have Conrad the cowboy, and Mike the musician, and Barbara, and Skippy, and Spiffy, and Swifty. That's right. Please keep watching the Puppet Hideaway because we have one more sheep to show you. Look at all of these fun sheep puppets here in the garden at the Puppet Hideaway. These were puppet characters that I created for a musical in the early years. And let's see if you remember all of their names. We had Conrad, the cowboy, and Mike, the musician, and of course, Barbara. And then there's Skippy, and Spiffy, and Swifty. And then, who do we have left? Who could it be? Oh, of course, dear old lovable Grandpa. Oh, yes, it's nice that you remember the old folk. Yes, of course we do. And these are all just some of the fun puppets here at the Puppet Hideaway, so please keep watching. Yes, please do. Look at this beautiful giraffe that I found wandering here in the garden at the Puppet Hideaway. This is your puppet of the day, and this beautifully majestic giraffe is made by Folkmanis Puppets, and it is from 1997. And what's really nice about this puppet is, if you see in the back here, is how the puppeteer enters the puppet, and they've got a really, really nice mouth shape on this puppet, and I think the expression is terrific. What a great face, right? And the patterns, the fur that they chose, everything about this puppet, the structure, the animal shape, the tail. This puppet is lovely. So excited that this is part of the Puppet Hideaway. Please keep watching to see more fun puppets like this. Aw, look at this cute little giraffe puppet that I found wandering here in the garden at the Puppet Hideaway. This is your puppet of the day, and this giraffe puppet is made by The Petting Zoo, which is an environmentally conscious plush company that was founded in 1994. And they do a wonderful job on specialty plush that is very high-end and incredibly soft. This guy is very, very huggable. Really, really lovely job that they've done. I really like the fabric that they chose, and super cute, fun puppet. I would say this is great for beginners. It's very lightweight. So also for young puppeteers, I would think it's perfect. And I can't wait to include this in one of our upcoming shows. So please keep watching the Puppet Hideaway. Hey, look at this kangaroo I found here in the garden at the Puppet Hideaway. Oh, I see. You are a can-do kangaroo.
Hey, yeah, that's right. I can do it.
Yes, this kangaroo puppet is made by Abingdon Press, and he is your puppet of the day. And you can see that he has a very positive, encouraging, can-do attitude, which is one of the things that makes this puppet so fun. I love the great little tail, and Abingdon Press makes a lot of very wonderful puppets that they use to spread encouraging, positive messages to children, which is really cool. One of the great things about puppets. So please keep watching The Puppet Hideaway to see more fun puppets like this. I've been finding all sorts of interesting stuff here in the garden at The Puppet Hideaway, and today I found, well, I guess it's maybe some sort of nut? I'm not really sure, but wait, hold on. Hey, well, what is this surprise reveal all about? Oh, it's an armadillo. That's right. This is the armadillo puppet that is made by Folkmanis Puppets. And as you can see, it rolls up into a ball. And this puppet was made in 2014. That's right, over 10 years ago. But now, to celebrate the anniversary, Folkmanis Puppets has a new version that came out in 2024 that is a very deluxe, beautiful armadillo that is definitely on my wish list. But this little guy is great for now, and he is your puppet of the day. Hey, look at this tree I just tripped over here at the Puppet Hideaway. Oh, yeah, I didn't mean to trip you with my root, but I do that sometimes. Yeah, you sure do. This is a really interesting puppet. It is called Mr. Tree, and it is a tree for all seasons, and it was made in 2010 by Puppet Partners. And this puppet came with this booklet that would help teachers and people with the puppet to teach about seasons and the important environmental impact of trees. And you can also learn more about that in our show, Bigfoot Forest. So let me show you what makes this puppet so great. And that is this really fun feature where all of the leaves are Velcroed on. And so you can take them off like so. And then, and there we have Mr. Tree has all the fall colors. That's right. Hey, please keep watching The Puppet Hideaway to see more puppets like this. Look at the wonderful things we find here in the garden at The Puppet Hideaway. This is Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy, and this is your puppet of the day, made by Folkmanis Puppets. And this has got such an innovative puppetry feature to this character. I want to show you how great it works. So you can control his arms, you see, with this upper portion up here to really bring Groot to life. And look what a cute job they've done. Look at that face. He is adorable. And he looks so much like the character from the film. But the best part is the fact that you can control his legs. So he is now dancing Groot. Hey, I love this feature for him. What a great, fun puppet character. Folkmanis Puppets never ceases to surprise and delight me. And this is definitely one of those puppets. Please keep watching The Puppet Hideaway to see more. It's a beautiful day here at The Puppet Hideaway. Oh, hey, don't do that. It was a mosquito. But I'm a mosquito. That's right. You are a great looking mosquito puppet. You are made by Diablo Puppets, which is a small craft company out of Canada that was started by Steve Barkley in 1992 when he decided that he wanted to make puppets. And I am so happy that he did, because they make really great crafted puppets. What a fun design. I mean, look at how much character this guy has. And there is a little hidden surprise. Ah, that's great. He's got a noisemaker, but it doesn't affect the performance of the puppet at all, which is really great. So that is your puppet of the day. Please keep watching to see more fun puppets here at the Puppet Hideaway. Hey, look, I found a Goomba here in the garden at the Puppet Hideaway. Hey, yeah, that's right. this classic Nintendo Super Mario Brothers character is your puppet of the day. He is made by #Collectibles, and they do such an amazing job on their puppets. They recreate the characters so impeccably well, and these puppets are masterfully made. I love these details. You can tell this is a very premium puppet with the way it's manufactured and all the small details. This is a really, really cool, outstanding character, and he's one of many fun ones right here at the Puppet Hideaway. So please keep watching to see more great puppets. Wow! Look at this giant piranha plant. This is your puppet of the day. Yeah, this amazing, amazing puppet is made by #Collectibles, and it is, of course, the recreation of the classic Nintendo Super Mario Brothers character, and they have done a wonderful job in bringing this character to life. And look at all these wonderful details. I love the way this puppet moves. It's so great when it's attached to the pot, but that allows for really great motion, and this is a very lively puppet, great to perform. And you can see this puppet in November of 2023 in Fall Talent Show, and also in May of 2023 in the Flower Show. So please keep watching the Puppet Hideaway to see more puppets. Look at all the piranha plants here in the garden at the Puppet Hideaway. This cool little puppet is your puppet of the day. This is the piranha from the classic Nintendo game Super Mario Brothers. And this is made by #Collectibles. And they make this large and smaller version of this character. And they are super, super fun puppets. And you can see these puppets in our May 2023 show, Flower Show. So please keep watching the Puppet Hideaway to see more puppets. These two little piranha plants from Nintendo Super Mario Brothers are your puppet of the day. Now, these are two little plush. So sometimes you may ask the question, what's the difference between a plush and a puppet? Well, a puppet is anything you bring to life. So any plush can be a puppet if it's brought to life. So how can we bring these characters to life? How can we make them puppets? Well, I'm going to show you a couple of ways. First off, let's make this one into a string puppet, a marionette. What you'll want to do is tie a string to the end of a rod, and you're going to want to tie the other end to a safety pin. Next, you'll take that safety pin and you will attach it to the very top crown of the puppet. And the way you'll want to do this is you'll want to pin it, go straight down, close it so that that part of the safety pin is on the top. So that's where the string will pull. All right, look, he is all ready for the big show. Now let's get his friend in on the act. In addition to the string marionette puppet we just made, let's also make a rod stick puppet out of this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take his little leafy arms and bring them around to his back. And that's gonna allow me to have the fabric that I need to attach this control rod. And once the control rod is secured there on the back, this guy becomes a great little rod puppet. Yay! You can see these guys in the May 2023 show, Flower Show. So please keep watching the Puppet Hideaway to see more puppets. Hey, look, I'm here with one of the flowers here in the garden at the Puppet Hideaway, and this is your puppet of the day. I made this puppet many years ago, and I was really pleased with how this turned out. I sewed all these individual petals together and had them filled with foam pieces to have them stand up nice and straight. And then I used these slinky eyes that were very popular and used back in those days, which you don't see very much anymore, but I think they're still a lot of fun. And you can see this character in our May 2023 show, Flower Show. So please keep watching the Puppet Hideaway to see more flower puppets. I'm here with some of the beautiful flowers that we have here in the garden at the Puppet Hideaway. And these are a couple of flower puppets that I made many, many years ago when I was just starting out. And I was really pleased with how these little characters turned out. I thought the petals worked out very well. I filled them with foam so that they stand up nicely. And I think their slinky, goofy eyes are a lot of fun and give them character. And I think they're great. And they're just one of many puppets that you get to see here at the Puppet Hideaway. So please keep watching. Hey, look, I found an eggplant here in the garden at the Puppet Hideaway. Wait, this isn't just any eggplant. No, this is, yes, Erica Eggplant, and I am one of the Super Sprouts. The Super Sprouts? Do you mean the media program from 2011 that promoted nutrition that was created by Radha Agrawal? That's the one! My superpower is being super smart, and my favorite hobby is crosswords. Haha! Wow, that's wonderful. And I know you've got some other friends, so please keep watching the Puppet Hideaway to see more of the Super Sprouts. I'm here in the garden at the Puppet Hideaway with some of the Super Sprouts. And today, Brian Broccoli is your puppet of the day. And he is one of the Super Sprouts. And that was a program that was created by Radha Agrawal in 2011, and it promoted nutrition. And these were the puppets that were made by Puppet Heap for the show, and he is really great. I love, look at that broccoli stem up there. That's great the way they get it to stand up just like that. And wow, look at that sculpting. Look at those muscles. Really, really fun character that they have recreated very well with this puppet, and I think he is terrific, and he is your puppet of the day. So please keep watching the Puppet Hideaway, and we'll meet more of their friends. Hey, I'm here in the garden with the Super Sprouts, and today our puppet of the day is Colby Carrot, and he has super sight as his superpower, and his hobby is seeing stars because they're so far away and he can see them great because of his super eyesight. These puppets are made by Puppet Heap, and they are from the 2011 media program that promoted nutrition that was created by Radha Agrawal. And I'm so glad that they came together to put these puppets together because they are fantastic. I love these characters, and we have one more to meet, so please keep watching the Puppet Hideaway to see more. I'm here in the garden at the Puppet Hideaway with the Super Sprouts, and today our puppet of the day is Susie Sweet Pea. Oh, and isn't she sweet? What a lovely puppet. I really like the embroidery they've done on this puppet, and she is such a fun character, and that's because she is from this really wonderful media program that promoted nutrition in 2011 that was created by Radha Agrawal. And Puppet Heap sure made some wonderful puppets based on that program. So please keep watching the Puppet Hideaway, and you'll see more fun puppet characters like these. For our Puppet of the Day series, we're looking at biblical puppets made by Silly Puppets. And today we have this shepherd puppet that is the 25-inch puppet. And you can see he is all decked out in his perfect little wardrobe, including his very sharp little sandals. He is a hand and rod puppet, so you use control rods to control his hands. And he is a very professional, nice looking puppet, very easy to perform, and he's really, really great. Please keep watching the Puppet Hideaway as we look at more biblical puppets. For our Puppet of the Day series, we are looking at the biblical puppets that are made by Silly Puppets. And yesterday we saw the 25-inch shepherd puppet, and today we have the 14-inch version of that same puppet. And what I really like about these 14-inch versions is that you can control their mouth movements and also their arms at the same time, which really allows you to bring these classic biblical stories to life in a really fun way. Please keep watching the Puppet Hideaway to see more biblical puppets. For our puppet of the day today, we have another one of the 14-inch biblical characters made by Silly Puppets. And you've seen before that we had the 14-inch and 25-inch version of the shepherd. Well, we have the 14-inch version of Noah today, and the 25-inch version you'll remember as being Santa Claus from the 2024 show Evergreen Christmas. So please keep watching The Puppet Hideaway to see more of these biblical characters. For our Puppet of the Day series, we've been looking at these biblical puppets that are made by Silly Puppets. And today we have the 14-inch Joseph puppet that is all dressed up in his robe and belt and great little sandals. And these 14-inch puppets are nice because you can control their mouths and also their hands, which is a really nice feature. And they all come in different sizes. You've got the 25-inch shepherd here, and you'll remember that the 25-inch version of Noah played Santa in Evergreen Christmas, and the 25-inch version of Joseph played one of the lumberjacks. Please keep watching The Puppet Hideaway to see more biblical characters. Here are just some of the biblical puppets made by Silly Puppets that we've been looking at as our Puppet of the Day. And today we have the 14-inch Mary puppet, and she is so wonderful. You can move her mouth and her arms. She's got her nice little dress and sandals. And just like you can see this 25-inch version of the shepherd and the 25-inch version of Noah, which was Santa Claus in the Evergreen Christmas, and also the 25-inch Joseph was one of the lumberjacks in that same show. And you'll recall that the 25-inch version of Mary was one of the farmers in Hideaway Farms from 2024. Please keep watching The Puppet Hideaway to see more biblical puppets.